Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all come on in. Welcome to the Game Time Locker Room. Let me introduce myself. I'm your man, I'm your pastor, I'm your coach. I'm your Game Time activator, your mindset negotiator. I coach you back to yourself when you separate from yourself so that you can operate as yourself. Yo, we out here getting it in on our morning walk. I know it's been a minute since y'all see me go live out here. Your boy been down for a couple of days, for a couple of weeks, but we back. We back in the game. And so excuse me. But I want to kind of show up. As y'all know, we've been doing a lot of posting. We've been doing a lot of teaching. We'll drop quick nuggets about the year of the comeback. This is your comeback season. And I want you to declare that today, that this is your comeback season. And I'm not going to go through all of them. But so get ready to start seeing a lot more videos in the upcoming days, weeks, dealing with a lot of things dealing with comeback. And one of the things that we talked about in this comeback season, we got to confront and we got to acknowledge what caused us to fall, right? Because if you don't understand why you fell, guess what? You're going to continue to fall or you're going to continue to stay down. So, one of the best things we have to do is acknowledge and confront and identify what caused us to fall. Now, I know a lot of people's been getting excited as I teach based off of the inboxes and text messages and things that we've been getting based off of, you know what I'm feeling. I'm feeling this comeback thing. But I wanted to encourage you in this comeback season. It's not going to be easy. You're going to exert a lot of energy. You're going to deal with some frustration. You're going to get discouraged along the way. Am I speaking gloom and doom? No. Some stuff is just reality. Can we just call it that way? And so through this process, you're going to need a lot of self motivation, a lot of self motivation. Put that in your notes, put that in the chat, whatever you want to say. It's going to require a lot of self motivation. And one of the things, the reason why, is because just read a couple things. Some of us gonna get mad at those that are connected to us. They want to know. You're gonna want to wonder, how come nobody's pushing me? How come I believe in me? How come nobody's encouraging me in this process? Well, here's the thing. How many times have you said, I'm going to win, I'm going to start this, I'm going to start that, but didn't do it? So a lot of times, some people will not get behind you until you start building your momentum. Two, there's going to be people that just flat out in the crowd just don't want you to win. They just don't want you to win. There's going to be some people in the crowd that's going to boo you. You know, I always say this: just because they're in the same stadium as you doesn't always mean they're cheering for you. Y'all know I'm a huge Steelers fan. Steelers just played a game against Baltimore. The game was in Pittsburgh, but as you look through the crowd, you'll see some Baltimore Raven jerseys in the stands, right? Just because they're in the same stadium as you doesn't always mean they're cheering for you. So now, what do you have to do? Some stuff you got to. I hear this term a lot. Sometimes you got to participate in your own rescue. And what do I mean by that? You got to self motivate yourself even when you feel like you're getting weary, even when you're getting tired. Now, over the coming days, I'm going to start giving tips about self motivation. You got to go ahead and look within yourself. The Bible talks about how when the crowd, David's team, those that were connected to David, when they came back, the land was burned down, family was kidnapped, children were taken, everything was stolen from the area. And everybody, all the fellas that was connected to David was like, yo, if we weren't rocking with you, this would have never happened. This would have never happened. They spoke of stoning David to death. But what did David do? He got by himself and he encouraged himself in the Lord. And some stuff, even in your comeback season, you got to go and encourage yourself. You got to put some things in place that's going to help self motivate you to push you to your next level. Yeah. Good morning. You know, even on this weight release journey that I'm on, man, I don't feel like being out here. I don't feel like doing this. I didn't feel like doing this. But there was a moment where I had to get up and say, you know what, Doc, this weight ain't gonna fall off by itself. The crowd ain't gonna help you take this weight off. The crowd ain't gonna do this. Some stuff you just got to get up and take full responsibility for and be accountable to your own thing. So what do I have to do? I got to motivate myself. You got to motivate yourself to get up out the bed. You got to motivate yourself to come back. You got to motivate yourself to win. You got to motivate yourself to dominate. You got to motivate yourself even when you don't have it. Even when you don't think you have no fuel in the tank, it's going to be the things that motivate you. You got to find favor in something that's going to give you the fuel to keep going. And that's what I want to push and encourage you all today. In this year of the comeback, this comeback season, be prepared to self motivate yourself, to motivate yourself. Be prepared for self motivation. Now, once you start picking up momentum, going into your direction, going towards your destiny, that's when the crowd will get behind you. If you look in sports, a team can be down by 20 points, right? The crowd is quiet. The crowd ain't going to jump on your bandwagon right off the bat. You got to make, you got to make a few baskets to create the run. Once you start generating a few baskets, now the crowd is like, oh, hold up. Maybe there's something to this comeback. Now the crowd is going to get behind you to help fuel you. But in the meantime, it's all about self-motivation. Put that in the chat again. Self-motivation. Look yourself in the mirror, eye to eye, face to face, and begin to decree what you want this thing to be. Start speaking to yourself, to your destiny. Start speaking from your place of destiny. Start speaking from your place of vision of where you want yourself to be. But watch this, one step at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. 1 pound at a time. $1 at a time. One victory at a time. Self-motivate. 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 Yo, I'm your man. I'm your pastor. I'm your coach. I'm your game time activator. Your mindset negotiator. I coach you back to yourself. When you separate from yourself so that you can operate as yourself. Yo, if you receive this, you've been stretched, you've been enlarged, you've been empowered. But most of all, activated for game time. Yo, it's comeback season. I'm out.